So it's another beautiful sunny day, and I'm getting ready because I'm planning on this, but I'm preparing for it. It's time for Gettysburg Bike Week. This is an event that I've been going to for a number of years, and it's something that has changed a lot for me personally over the years. But the idea is to get the bike all cleaned up and to try packing everything on it, because I've never taken the Indian this far, and I certainly have not taken it to Bike Week before, because last time I was there was 2019. That was on the Shadow, and then 2020 was a wash. 2021 I ended up working and I just could not get out of it. So this year is the year for this. So let's get started on that. So, I'm not going to Gettysburg Bike Week after all. There were several factors in making this decision. A lot of it had to do with a lot of past issues for me personally. Number one of which is, like, I have really enjoyed going to the concerts the last few years. Lita Ford was there, Foghat, Kashmir, Puddle of Mud, and a couple other bands that I really wanted to see. And first and foremost, this year, the concerts aren't there. I don't know. I don't listen to any of these bands. It's all country, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I was going to be like, alright, I'll go and listen to some music, and maybe it's not so bad, you know, maybe I might hear something I like, but I wasn't as excited as I was the past couple of years for it. I was expecting the trip out there, which is always tremendous, the ride out along Route 30, and actually back in 2019, I think it was 31. It was almost a parallel road that meets up with Route 30 just outside of where the 9/11 memorial crash site is. It joins up there, and then you go over the mountains. It's beautiful. If you get to do the ride out there, I suggest you do it. And I'm always a big proponent of taking the ride whenever possible. But just for the ride, I didn't think it was so worth it for just the ride. I was looking forward to the poker runs they have. They have a poker run both on Friday and Saturday, and that was really going to be the most planned thing. The plan was wake up in the morning, go to the hotel for breakfast, which is meager but fair. I'm really looking forward to barbecue at the fest anyway. Go do the poker run, see if that's any fun, take me some places, try some interesting things. Last year I ended up at a distillery, had a really good couple rum drinks that they distilled their own rum and whiskeys and such. That wasn't bad. I would say after that, though, go back to the hotel, either get in the pool and swim or take a nap, because the midday summer heat, not that, it'll get to you. Like last time I was there, I Harley had their bikes out for a demo. I was not sure if Indian was doing any demo rides at all there. I didn't look, but I also didn't see anything. Like, Harley shows up, absolutely. And you can go to the Harley dealership. They also have an event going on out there. And of course, there's a small little thing out in the strip of Gettysburg as well. And also inside Gettysburg, the town proper, around the circle, they have a bunch of stuff. But this was more and more becoming, I was going to spend a buttload of money, not just gas out there. I mean, I wasn't even worried about the price of gas at all. But if I saw and had available the opportunity, I was going to get pinstriping put on the Indian. I don't even know how much that costs, but I had it in my mind that that's something I really wanted, was pinstriping to really pop on the bike. And otherwise, you know, it's nice to see the motorcycle show, go through the parking lot and see, you know, all the different bikes, see if there's anything random. And then Saturday's bike games, mini bike races, and I was not 100% sure about having the Indian in the bike games, but I do like the bike games. Wasn't sure about the keg roll with this front fender, but I was going to try it. I mean, I did it on the Honda, and not that great. The biggest part of this is that I was not going alone. I was going to be taking my gal pal. And yes, going that far with a passenger, because I am not used to passenger riding. I've had more passengers recently over the past couple of years, but I'm still not great or confident at it. So this was going to be a long trip, and then possibly bike games, 2 up. And yeah, and I like this bike, but I get a little nervous with this bike because I'm trying to keep it as nice as possible, and I don't know if that plays a factor or not, but it does make me a little scared sometimes. Like, I almost want a different bike just so I can put this one away, and I know that sounds really bad, but they don't make this bike anymore, and I never thought I would ever have a bike like that. So it's an odd set of circumstances, isn't it? Anyway. So the gal pal says, I want to start riding motorcycles, and I've been helping her the past couple months, and she really liked it so much that she decided to get her own motorcycle, which is now parked here next to the Honda Shadow. It's a Honda Rebel. Can't say anything. I tried to teach her on the Honda Shadow, but the Honda Shadow, you know, I need to fix some of it. The clutch is a little off, the brake, like little things that would make it better for a new rider. But Honda Rebel is certainly better for a new rider. It's a 250. It's a little lower center of gravity. It's a slightly smaller bike. I learned on a 250, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. So I proposed, well, you just bought this bike. Maybe we aren't going to have as much money together for a whole extended weekend trip. Like, do you really still want to do Gettysburg? Maybe we could find something else. That way you also get a chance to ride instead of just being a passenger. And she was okay with that. So we're going to go on a mini camping trip. Been watching some of her Two Wheels videos to see how we're best going to pack up the bikes for an overnight camping trip nearby, somewhere to at least get some skill riding in and carrying stuff on the bikes and have a nice little camp trip out. So no Gettysburg this year. I'm not heartbroken over it. Like I said, there's a lot of yes and a lot of no. And I'm not going to feel as bad about it. I'm not. I think what really would have sealed it in for me is if there was, like, I don't think I've been to a concert since 2019. I don't think anything. So, and I know that was been a big thing of getting back out there and seeing stuff, and it's like, well, I'm going to go see stuff, but I don't want to just go see anything just because it's there. I want to go see something that, like, feels like a big fuck yeah. And I just don't feel that. I don't feel a fuck yeah. I feel I feel, because if you're not going to Gettysburg for the full experience and everything, it's just a biker-themed country fair. And it really is. Now, that's not to say that I can't have some fun, but it loses some of the appeal of it. It does lose a little bit, because at the end of the night, it's like, well, I don't look forward to the concerts. Do I just go to bed? And then after the concerts, it was at the fireworks, and that's always a good show. Yes. I'm a almost 43-year-old man talking about, yeah, we'll go see the fireworks. Well, it's part of the experience. It's all part of the experience, and that's what we're after. But maybe, because of everything, maybe I'm looking for a new kind of experience. Now it's July 3rd, which means there's going to be fireworks in town tonight. There were certainly fireworks last night. I don't know if they changed the fireworks laws, or I don't know what all happens, but I'll tell you what, there were some people putting off some fireworks residentially that were like township fireworks. They had mortars. It was a pretty good show, despite it was raining for most of it. I tried to have a cigar and a fire, and it rained. There was no rain on my app. There was no rain reported. It wasn't supposed to rain, and then it stormed, thunder, lightning, everything. So you're gonna have that stuff. So the next ride is definitely going to be a camping trip. So with that, need to go get out the camping stuff. Alright, so one of the few things I started doing was finally getting this workbench cleared off. When I got into this place, the former owners that renting off of had left a lot of stuff in here, and when they finally moved out, they didn't take anything. They said, oh, go ahead and pitch it. So they kind of left all that labor on me to figure out what was useful and what wasn't. So yeah, that's not going. So what do I got? I got two small camping chairs that I got off of Amazon, and these fit real nice into the Indian Chief's saddlebag, so that'll be real nice. I got these at Aldi, stainless steel meal prep containers. Probably just going to use that for coffee. I haven't figured out a coffee system. The idea is to ride up sometime early evening, make a whole trip of it, pitch the tent, which I got this from Aldi. I may pack this down. I haven't decided yet, but there's a bunch of cardboard in there that might be good for starting a fire. I got this 4-person table setting. This is also from Aldi. I love Aldi. My gosh, I love Aldi. Probably take some stuff out of here and pack some stuff into this webbing, because that's really useful. And then I've got two warm weather sleeping bags. Soft, breathable, comfort rating of 50 degrees, because it's supposed to be hot. So this is all trial and error, and of course a lighted tent fan for the tent. So it is a bit. It's probably not the best, but for a last minute change of plans, this is pretty good. I just need to get a coffee maker and decide what doing for dinner and Not necessarily breakfast. We can get by with just coffee. So probably just a campfire coffee maker. See what we can find and get one of those. And I'm not too concerned about getting a lot of this. It's mostly just going to be, I have a cooler bag that should keep some food cold for dinner. And then the park was real unclear about making a fire. They said you should bring your own firewood. Who brings their own firewood to a park? Normally they are against transporting wood. I mean, you know, I'm sure the kiln dried stuff is fine, but still, that came off as a little weird. So, gonna get all this together, and I'll probably be part of the next video. Alright, well, to add more of a podcasty feel to this, that kind of like I wanted to get into, I'm gonna get some of you some news that you may or may not have heard that's coming out. FTC has ruled on a case involving Harley-Davidson, Westinghouse, a couple others, regarding warranties, what voids them, and about right to repair. Right to repair has been something that's been gaining speed over the last couple of years, because we used to be able to fix stuff. Like, there are lots of guys who used to be able to wrench their Harleys. I got a lot of my mechanical skills from wrenching on my old Harley. Like, I barely knew anything until I did that, and I learned how to disassemble a lot of it, clean out a carb, and do all kinds of stuff. But now the new bikes, sometimes you need special tools, the ECU, stuff like that. But you should be able to do some stuff. And of course, when it came to Harley, there were certain third-party products people wanted, but they say, well, you can't put that on and void your warranty. Well, now the FTC has said that requiring companies to fix their warranty language by removing illegal terms and recognizing the right to repair, come clean with customers, and ensure that dealers compete fairly with independent third parties. So what does that mean? It means that they'll be prohibited from telling customers that their warranties will be void if they use third-party services or parts. They should, instead of using only branded parts and authorized service providers. And there's going to be a lot of money for not doing that. And recognizing consumers' right to repair, specific language for that, and to actually come clean with consumers. There will actually be mail-outs coming out probably in the next month or so, explaining this to anybody who's ever owned a Harley or has one or will have one. If you're on any kind of mailing list, you're probably going to get that. And then alert dealers to compete fairly. So that means even you go to a dealer, they're not going to try to taxes, can't fix that. And it seems that the FTC's decision not escape the notice of former partner Vance & Hines. As you may know, Vance & Hines and Harley had a 20-year partnership in drag racing. During that time, V&H Harley-Davidson took 107 NHRA Pro Stock motorcycle wins. And in that long-term sponsorship went bust in 2020, Harley issued a statement saying, Harley-Davidson heritage is rich with racing lore and legacy, and throughout our brand's history, Harley-Davidson dealers have been the cornerstone of our racing programs. That statement meant that Harley was ending its factory racing program in both the National Hot Rod Association and American Flat Track. Instead, Harley said it would concentrate on more grassroots efforts. And Vance & Hines ran Harley's factory's efforts in both series. So the FX Partners reaction, the action taken by the FTC is a huge win for motorcycle riders. While we still need to see how this plays out, we anticipate that riders will have more choices in how they repair and update their motorcycles during the warranty period, which is clearly a big deal for companies in the motorcycle aftermarket too. I hope that it will void your warranty threat for someone who just wants a better sounding or smoother running Harley is a thing of the past. And it's not just Harley. A lot of companies have done this over the years. Notoriously, before I got into motorcycling, Nintendo. Right here, Nintendo customer service and warranty repair. This would not be under warranty if you took it to Steve, because Steve, even though has like a master's degree in electronics and will do it for, you know, some beer and some porno mags, because, you know, Steve is a little odd, but we love him anyway. Instead of sending your device out, and, you know, back in the 80s, authorized repair centers were few and far between. Especially, you know, I lived out in Johnstown, PA, and there wasn't a whole lot out there back then. Not that there's a whole lot now, but it's better-ish. Nintendo's always fought against right to repair for all their devices on everything, and it's been a long step. You can see that with cell phones now, with the iFixit and other cell phone repair shops, that customers want more choices. They want more competitive choices for when your shit breaks. You want to be able to get it fixed right, quickly and well. You don't want to lose it for a couple of weeks, sending it out to who knows where. I believe I sent a PlayStation 2 out for warranty repair, and that took a while. I once had a laptop I had to send out for warranty repair. That took about a month, and in the end, they didn't send me back my laptop. They sent me back a different laptop. They just swapped hard drives. That was it. That's all they did. Because I had features on the laptop, like physical features, that were not there with the new laptop, and I called them on that. I said, you did not give me the same laptop, and that was a problem. I guess they, you know, there was something they just could not fix, and they decided that, oh, that's good enough for warranty. But, yeah. Right to repair has been something. I mean, as someone myself who does some electronic work and fixes stuff all the time, I avoid warranties. But this would make it easier, so that, like, if it's a quick fix, you get away with it. But if it's real bad and you have to send in for warranty work, send in for warranty work. But if it's just a quick fix or something, it doesn't void your warranty. All those little stickers that they put on sometimes, you know, that cover up screws and whatnot, they're for making sure, you know, they say void if removed. They aren't actually supposed to be able to do that. And even removing some of those does not void your warranty. Just one of those things. But that's coming out of Motorcycle News. I'd like to hear your reactions to that. See how, like, if warranty work has been a decision for or against for you, and what you've done, and how that might improve in the future. So, all right, it's starting to storm, so I'm not going to get a whole lot else done today as far as trying to get the motorcycles packed. I need to find a coffee maker, and it is raining. It's the 5th and it's raining, and one thing that has always been a thing with Gettysburg, and this is important, is every other year it rains. Every other year. Every other year. Like, it just happened. It was like, no. It's like, this year it's going to rain, that year isn't. So I don't actually have any rain here. And I'm going to save why for, like, the next video. But in 2017 it rained, 2018 it didn't, 2019 it rained, and that was a long move. I actually stopped at a laundromat, threw all my clothes in a dryer and waited for it to stop raining. 2020 it was canceled. 2021 I believe it rained. Technically it should not rain this year. And And if it does, that would be completely abnormal for what it's been over like the past 20 years that I've been going to Gettysburg. So we'll see. But I thought of that because it started to rain now. So with that, like and subscribe, tell your friends, give me a share, please, and I will see you on the next ride.